Senhor Presidente da República.
President of the Republic, Majesty, President of the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe, Deputy Secretary General of the Council of Europe, members of the Council of Europe, ministers, MPs, ambassadors, dear guests, it is a great honor for this House to be able to hold the ceremony that will award the North-South Prize of the Council of Europe in the former Senate room, currently the home of our legislative power. It is a pleasure to have among us two distinguished laureates, Queen Rania and former President Sampaio, who will not only receive this award, but I am sure also bear witness to the enormous contribution and dedication they have to dialogue and cooperation with a view to bringing North and South together. That's what brings us here today under the Council of Europe. This award is a celebration of all of these efforts to help North and South converge. I would immediately give the floor to the President of the Executive Council of the North-South Centre, Mr. Claude Frey.
Majesty,
Your Majesty, ladies, gentlemen, dear laureates, the President of the Republic, the Speaker of the Portuguese Parliament, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, on behalf of the Executive Council of the North-South Centre of the Council of Europe, we would like to express our gratitude to the Speaker of the Portuguese Parliament for extending his hospitality to us once again in this prestigious House. President of the Republic of Portugal, Mr. Cavaco Silva, your presence here clearly demonstrates your undying attachment to the protection of human rights everywhere and for everyone. The North-South Prize is awarded every year to two laureates who have distinguished themselves by their commitment to the promotion of human rights, to developing the dialogue between cultures, and to improving cooperation between the North and South and world solidarity. Ladies and gentlemen, the quality of our two laureates today also that we have time constraints with regard to this. Mr. Boutros Ghali said to me when he was Secretary General of the United Nations that he had two masters, his head of security, who told him where he should not sit, and his head of protocol, who set up his agenda for him. Today, protocol has insisted that each speech take no longer than 3 minutes. 3 minutes, therefore, to sing the praises of two very distinguished people, our two laureates. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get on with it then. The Abbot Sayez recalled that power comes from above, but trust and confidence comes from below. He who holds power in order to enjoy trust, must through his life and his work set an example. He must be a model, a symbol. Your Majesty, President, you are the incarnation of power which inspires confidence. Your struggles in favor of human rights, children, promotion of women, dialogue between cultures and civilizations are essential to help us to take up the challenge of this century. They are indispensable to help us to build beyond the banks of the North and the South a common future which will lead to the destiny of the world and the rights of each to dignity. Your Majesty, you are a sovereign who is committed, particularly with regard to children's education. And I recall your Madrasati project, which means my school, or the Jordan River Foundation, which the aim of which is to give women the opportunity to take charge of their own lives. These are indeed lighthouse projects of the Queen of Jordan. Your commitment is always and above all a commitment coming from the heart, sometimes torn by the tragedies of our times. During the terrible recent events in Gaza, at a moment when the father of a family had just lost 5 of his 6 children in his house that had been destroyed, you asked this simple question, which I think summarizes all the misery and the absurdity of the world. What explanation can one give to the father of this family? Everything was in those words. Madam, we share in your struggles, and we are very proud of the cooperation that we have been able to develop